Support comes from the Missouri Forest Products Association. Missouri produces wood pallets, railroad ties, white oak barrels, hardwood floors, and more. Details on the variety of products made in the state are at choosewood.com.
From the St. Louis Public Radio Newsroom, this is The Gateway. It's Monday, February 8th. I'm Wayne Pratt. St. Louis officials are still assessing the aftermath of a weekend protest at the City Justice Center. Inmates overpowered and injured a guard and then took over an upper floor of the jail for about 7 hours. City Public Safety Director Jimmy Edwards says they were able to unlock their cells to get into common areas. No other guards and no inmates were hurt. That uprising is leading to two different conclusions when it comes to efforts to close the city's other jail, the Workhouse. St. Louis Public Radio's Ryan Delaney reports.
Saturday's protest was the third at the City Justice Center since late December. St. Louis's public safety director called Saturday's protest, quote, criminal mayhem, and not about COVID or other jail conditions. But Arch City Defenders Executive Director Blake Strode says the protests were about poor conditions in both of the city's jails.
So if city officials had no idea that this was happening, then it means that they're not paying attention to what's going on in the jails.
Inmates were transferred after each incident to the older jail known as the Workhouse. City spokesman Jacob Long told the Associated Press the protests show the Workhouse needs to remain open, even though lawmakers voted last year to close it amid a campaign by activists. I'm Ryan Delaney, St. Louis Public Radio.
State health officials say the first case of a highly contagious variant of coronavirus has been recorded in Missouri. The Department of Health and Senior Services says that variant was first identified last fall in the United Kingdom. It's now been confirmed in a person who lives in Marion County, just northwest of St. Louis, near the Mississippi River. It is believed to spread faster than the original coronavirus and has already been found in at least 33 states. Missouri lawmakers may soon debate legislation that would curtail counties' abilities to enact health orders fighting the COVID-19 pandemic. As St. Louis Public Radio's Jason Rosenbaum reports, State Senator Brian Williams is weighing in on the issue.
Many Republicans in the legislature have been up in arms about local COVID-19 related health orders that have shut down or restricted restaurants or other businesses. So they've produced a slew of bills that could make it much harder for counties to act. Williams, a University City Democrat, says such moves are contrary to Governor Mike Parson's approach of giving counties latitude to fight the pandemic.
I think there needs to be a partnership, and that partnership means enabling each level of government to do its job where it can. So, clearly I support local control, and I hope that we can work it out.
St. Louis County Executive Sam Page has rolled back some restaurant restrictions as COVID-19 numbers have trended downward. I'm Jason Rosenbaum, St. Louis Public Radio.
Williams made those comments on Politically Speaking. That episode is posted at stlpublicradio.org. Colleges in the Midwest are looking to cut liberal arts majors to counter shrinking enrollment and revenue. McKendree University in the Metro East plans to cut 7 programs, including theater and religion. The much larger University of Missouri system is discussing an overhaul of its academic offerings. President Moon Choi has prioritized research grants.
The question that we must entertain is that if we were to start a university from scratch right now, what are the core elements that support our mission?
St. Louis University began a review of its course catalog in December. Some of the items we are following today in the St. Louis Public Radio newsroom. The Bi-State Development Board of Commissioners is holding a special safety and security meeting today. It follows the shooting death of a guard on the Metrolink system earlier this month. In Jefferson City, a Missouri House committee is expected to hear legislation allowing concealed weapons in churches and other places of worship. The gun owner would need to have a permit. Shula Newman is the executive editor of St. Louis Public Radio. Music by Ryan McNeely of Adult Fur. Before wrapping up, former heavyweight boxing champion Leon Spinks died over the weekend. The St. Louis native had been battling several forms of cancer over the last few years. Spinks won a gold medal at the 1976 Olympics and in 1978 pulled off one of the biggest upsets in boxing history against Muhammad Ali.
Summit trying to come on. It's a countdown time in Las Vegas. Just hit Ali.
Good short Ali with that left.
20 seconds if they can both hold on. We might have another champion. Judge Harold Buck scores 144, 141. The new.
There it is. Spinks has won it. Leon Spinks has won the heavyweight championship of the world.
Incredible.
That audio is from the CBS broadcast of the fight in Las Vegas more than 40 years ago. Spinks would lose a title rematch to Ali less than a year later. He would retire at 42 years old with 26 wins and 17 losses. He had financial and medical problems later in life. Leon Spinks was 67. I'm Wayne Pratt. From the St. Louis Public Radio Newsroom, this has been The Gateway.
Support comes from the Missouri Forest Products Association. Missouri produces wood pallets, railroad ties, white oak barrels, hardwood floors, and more. Details on the variety of products made in the state are at choosewood.com.